Welcome back to the Ascension Series. I'm Dime, and today we're talking about how to know if you are holding yourself back from anchoring into 5D and the symptoms of that, and what it actually feels like, looks like in 5D. So, when you arrive in fifth dimensional consciousness, everything shifts for you, and it's this little gateway into sixth dimensional consciousness. So, what I'm going to start with is we evolve from third dimensional consciousness, which is your 9 to 5 grind, your blah, 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 everything's right and wrong, into fourth dimensional consciousness. It is a way of being, not a separation of anything. So, you hear a lot of conversation about Gaia shifting into 5D and the earth splitting. Thank you, Dolores Cannon. I don't know what the fuck you were on, but here we are. The earth does not split. I'm in five, six, seventh dimensional consciousness, and so are a lot of my students. And this is what it looks like. The way you perceive yourself, the way you perceive your spiritual awakening, the way you perceive the world around you drastically shifts. You see it differently, you experience it differently. And it's in one way, this really incredible space of freedom. And in another way, it's a whole lot of like, what the fuck moments over and over again. And so as we're shifting, we start in third dimensional consciousness. We move into fourth dimensional consciousness. That's the one that you see me mock quite a bit in my lives because it's just ridiculous. I was there for a very long time. You're in fourth dimensional consciousness if you are saying things like, trust the universe, all in divine timing, the universe will provide. You are in fourth dimensional consciousness if you believe that you cannot have attachment to possession. So you start cleaning out your fucking closet and throwing shit out and being like, I'm one with like little things. You're in fourth dimensional consciousness if you are dressing like a motherfucking hippie. I mean, present yourself however you want, but if you feel you have to present yourself spiritual, you're 4D. You're 4D if you are looking for answers outside of yourself. If you're going onto TikTok and watching all the tarot cards, if you're on TikTok doing all the tarot readings, chances are you're 4D. It's not a negative thing. It is part of the evolutionary process. I was stuck there for a long fucking time. Let me tell you, I had the silk skirts, I had dreadlocks, I had like all the things. I was vegan, I was like all of it. Um, Now I look back with just like a little bit of humor to it. 5D is when you start to become the awareness of spiritual truth. You don't have the keys to the universe yet, but you're starting to get it a lot. You really battle in 5D with where do I fit now and letting go of pieces of your identity. But it's a short little spout that you can move through where you just stop giving a fuck about everything and you understand that you are the creator of your experience. And this is where wisdom really starts to anchor into you. In 4D, you have a lot of epiphanies. You have a lot of, oh my God, you start to get knowledge. You start to understand and like understand things like your psyche goes up, your gifts go up, your spiritual, your woke as fuck, you're all those things. But you start to gather information. You start to have downloads. You have crazy, beautiful experiences with your hierarchies, if we'll call it that. So your ascended guides, galactic family, all of those things. And then when you go into 5D, you realize you are your ascended guides. You are the galactic versions that you're communicating with. You are your dragon. You are all of those things. You are, in fact, in every single realm, experiencing the awareness of here and now. When you move into sixth dimensional consciousness, there's this very interesting thing that happens where you go through this like grieving process because your desire to be important in the world completely dissipates. You will not see me falsifying on TikTok. You will not see me. I have no desire to be important. I have a desire to change your fucking life and help you arrive in and anchor in 5D so that the whole world can shift. Humanity has to, as a collective, the majority, anchor into fifth dimensional consciousness in order for the energy to be more accepting. That's the highest vibration is acceptance. The creator vibration is acceptance, which is confused with unconditional love. So my mission is to help you individually and little small groups fucking get it straight and stop wasting your energy in fourth dimensional consciousness. I am psychic. I am all those things. I have been. It's in my lineage. All the firstborn women in my family are crazy ass psychics, and it gets stronger and stronger every generation. You're not going to see me out here falsifying, telling you that love is coming in and that you're finally going to arrive in divine purpose and that these are the beautiful things that are waiting for you, because it's not up to anything other than you to create it. And that's what 60 is. 60 is the awareness that it's your responsibility. It is your responsibility to change your vibration. Your vibration resides in your subconscious, right? So the belief structure that you have, that you've established since you were a child, is what's creating your vibration. And that's kind of seeping into your electromagnetic field, to put it really fucking simple. And that energy is what your vibration is. And the quote unquote law of attraction is responding to that energy. So if you're wasting time trying to manifest, if you've got your vision board up and you're like, I'm going to be this, and I hear it all the fucking time, I'm going to be on a stage and I'm going to teach self love and it's going to be amazing. I'm like, well, awesome. Go for it, because you're not going to arrive if that's where you're staying. You've just got the vision and you just have the vision board and you're trying all these steps to manifesting. You are holding yourself back from anchoring into fifth dimensional consciousness. Once you anchor in 5D, you don't go backwards. You cannot. It's impossible. You're here and it's just this beautiful opening after that, where it is a limitless expansion of universal wisdom moving through you, with you, for you. That's my mission here. I want you to have that. So, where you're holding yourself back right now is not allowing yourself the time, the space to allow the wisdom to expand through you. If you're not setting yourself up for a regular meditative practice, you're not going to get anywhere. And if you're only doing guided meditations, selling yourself short. You have it all. We all individually are universal flow. You have everything you need in you. It's all there. And if you are trying to understand it externally, you're holding yourself back. You're not allowing it to move through you. That consciousness, the isness, the all that is creator energy has to move through your ego self for your ego to digest it, understand it, and put it into motion. Your two operating mechanisms in one. You are consciousness and you are ego self. They must merge, they must work together in order for you to truly become the intentional creator of your life. So we're holding ourselves back by not allowing that expansion. We're holding ourselves back by only using the law of attraction. There's 12 laws. I call them principles, 12 principles. And most of humanity doesn't even know what they are or how to use them or what to do with them. That is what you have to know. You have to know what to do with them. You have to understand how they move through you, with you, for you. They are not external. The universe is not external. One of the principles is the principle of divine oneness. When you really truly embody that awareness, that is the game changer that's going to take you where you need to go. So, one of the other ones that I want to talk about and what we're going through right now is this massive pause as humanity. So, there's a principle of rhythm, which means there is ebb and flow. I did a video on this a little while ago, like, and related to like a slingshot. The principle of rhythm is impacting all of us right now, including myself, so heavy. Oh my God. So I've got a sprained wrist, I've got a sprained ankle. I can't fucking do my hair. I'm like, and we're quiet. Everything is really, really quiet. So everything in my world is on a gentle pause right now. What I see happen is when this pause happens, which happens for all of us, and it's not all at the same time, we all move through energy differently. But with the universal principle of rhythm, this little pause usually will trigger a fear based response in most of humanity. So if there's a pause in your finances, you start to panic like, how do I make more money? I better do some overtime. I better take on a side job. I better do this. A pause in love. Oh, I've obviously my own soulmate. It's never going to happen for me. But like, there's no good fish in the sea. And we start to tell these ridiculous stories that are vibration that hold you back. You go into some form of striving, some form of let me fix it, some form of I gotta strive, I gotta do something in order to make this change, instead of understanding that it is your energy that creates the change. We waste a lot of our energy in, like, we're so simple and we complicate things so much that when something feels off or wrong, we go into panic and we just want to fix it right away. We try to fix our partners. We try to, fix our kids. We try to fix our friends. We try to fix ourselves. We try to force things instead of learning how to use the 12 principles as well as your own energy through the principle of vibration so that the principle of attraction, AKA manifesting, is happening in your favor. I have been on a pause now for a couple of weeks, actually. In the past, I would have gone into an ultimate shit fit. I would have been like, what is going on with me? What This is not fair. I better do something different. Like, oh my God. I would have been struggling. I have sprained my wrist. And as you guys know, I'm getting married this year. And we have a beautiful $1 million house in the country that has the most beautiful property. But this property has been unloved for a long time, we'll call it. And so it's a few acres of gardens and this beautiful fire pit and a pond and all these things. And the wedding is in the backyard and it has not been loved. And mama is not capable of doing very much right now. And so in the past, I would have gone into why am I always the one leading the way? Why am I always the one that has to ask for the help? Why can't people like be on my team? Why can't anybody see what's going on? And two things have happened for me during this pause. The biggest thing that happened for me was the realization that my vibration is a leader. I am leader vibration. I am really strong leader vibration. That is my purpose here. I get to do that across the globe for people. And so, of course, there's going to be a little bit of leadership in my personal life because that is my vibration. And then when this hit me, I was like, oh, amazing. And then I had this incredible expansion and awareness. Darren and I did a podcast in Recovering Toxic on the divine feminine, divine masculine, and how that's sort of fucking you up and holding you back. You can go check that video out. But what I sat with from that was when we come into union within ourselves of the divine creator, divine doer energy, you can create energetically absolutely anything. It's unlimited what you can energetically bring and pull into your life, which takes away the working piece of it and the striving piece of it. So I was like, okay. So I was sitting with that piece on this giant pause that I'm on, because what else am I going to do? I'm just going to meditate a lot. So I've been doing that. And then it was coming into union as a family. So it's like micro to macro. Individually, we have to come into union within the doer creator energy, aka the masculine feminine. Okay. So it's not about the divine feminine. It's not about showcasing yourself in a crown in a dress in the woods. That's 4D. You're going to hold yourself back from the real truth if you do that. Go ahead and play, sure, but you're not going to get anywhere with it. When we come into union within ourselves, then we come into union as a family. My predominant energy is a doer. I love, I love it. I love gardening. I love building. I love do it yourself renos. Like, I love this shit, right? Like, I was born for this property, let me tell you. In all of that, I merge my divine feminine and masculine. So I'm creating as I'm taking action and doing. So now I'm looking at my family dynamic, knowing that my vibration is predominantly leader. So I'm going to look at how do I come into union with my family between the creator and the doer as union. So that blew my mind and changed the whole dynamic of my entire household, actually. And it's not about, we complicate it. We're like, oh, well, we have to ask for our needs to be met. Because I know there's a lot of mamas out there who are like, I do the cooking and I do the cleaning and I cook what they want. And when is it my turn? And I'm going to set boundaries and I'm going to do all these things and set boundaries and I'm going to be strong and I'm going to delegate. And it's like, calm your tits. You're complicating it. It's literally a vibration. So now that I know my predominant vibration, how do I bring union in my home? The first thing I do is ask myself, what is my family experiencing through me? Are they experiencing me being all feisty and flared up because I need to set some fucking boundaries? Or are they experiencing union? How do I demonstrate union to them? How do I allow my family members to truly be seen, to be heard, to be valued through me? Because once I offer that vibration, that is exactly what's going to be reciprocated back to me. And that's exactly what happened. Then, as a family, lo and behold, we sat down and made a list together. I did not have to lead the way. I did not have to demand it. I did not have to be like, here's your chore, your chore, your chore, because I can't do it. All of a sudden, I'm watching my home move into complete union because I am demonstrating unity. I am the vibration of unity, of truly being held. And so now my whole family is reflecting that. And we're making beautiful progress. It's incredible to watch. So that's been really cool. So then I meditated today. And the meditation that came through today was okay, we've got that micro, then a macro, but there's a bigger one. What is your experience with your collective, with your social circle, with your extended family, with your followers? What is your experience with that? And while I was processing that, and I was like, oh, yeah, what are they experiencing through me? I don't know. What are you experiencing through me? I know I fluctuate quite a bit between spicy and sassy and in my head funny, but also super compassionate. So I'm like, wow, what are my followers experiencing through me? What do I desire for you to experience through me? And then that was the kicker. What I desire for you, oh my goodness, to experience the freedom that I have. I desire for you to experience being the intentional creator of your own experience. I desire for you to not strive, to not try, to not panic when the principle of rhythm kicks in, to not go into shit, what do I do now? I want you to feel the ease that I feel. And so I was like, well, fuck, isn't that awesome? So I'm going to make some really big changes here. Um, we've got a lot of things going on. So right now we have a monthly forecast. So that's still going to be out there. The weekly membership, I'm going to be changing it up. So stay tuned. It's going to be for everybody moving forward. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to give more. I I work a tremendous amount, right? From an outsider's perspective, I get told quite frequently that I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm not. I am very aware of how to summon the energy required to fulfill the role that I fulfill in the world. So we're going to make the weekly membership for everybody. That'll be coming out very soon. I'll announce how we're going to do that. So I'm really excited about that. The weekly membership is a forecast where I'm going to break down the energy of the week on how to arrive in your highest timeline each and every week. And then we've got the monthly forecast, which gives you a monthly overview. Okay. The galactic group. So we're going to be doing that a little bit more regularly. We have a group called the Galactic Ambassadors. So I have some really exciting news coming up for that. Um, a beautiful retreat, actually. And then something beautiful birthed through me. And I think that this has been birthing for a really long time. So I'm going to bring forward a retreat, a three separate event for 3 hours, three separate events, because you know how obsessed I am with 369. It's called The Journey Through 5D. So I am going to open up a group. It's going to be a very private retreat. It won't be big. So there's a little cap on how many attendants because I want to make sure that I'm giving you as much intimate moments together as we can. And I'm going to offer a retreat called Moving Through the Journey Through Anchoring into 5D. That is what I want you to experience. I want you to anchor into 5D because once you get there, everything else is so much easier. Let me tell you, your whole world is easier. You have a beautiful relationship with prosperity. The absolute love of your life will arrive. And if you are in a relationship where your partner is willing, your love will deepen. Let me tell you, you will understand your divine purpose and you will arrive fully and anchor into that. You will see love reflected ever around you. You will be the full intentional creator of your reality. You'll be living the life that I'm living, where there's nothing left for me to manifest. There's nothing left at this moment for me to manifest. I am so enjoying the ride right now that I am in just bliss more often than not. And that is what I very much desire for you. So I'm going to bring details about that soon. Um, but for now, I want you to self evaluate on where are you anchoring? Where are you putting your focus? Are you trying? Are you understanding that the principle of rhythm is a normal thing and it actually propels you forward when you surrender into that? During this retreat that I'm going to do, I'm going to be teaching a lot of the content, the revamped edition content of Fully Awaken and Ascend our program. The book is coming out later this year, so you're going to get a sneak peek into some of the teachings that I haven't brought forward yet. But I'm going to teach you the 12 principles and how to use them. I'm going to teach you how to use the Power 369 for your creation, for you creating your reality. I'm going to teach you some very basic foundational things, but I think most of you guys already know that. And then I'm going to teach you the advanced things that I use and teach my students how to create everything that you desire. That is what you are here for, my love. You are here not to be selfish, because that's ish. You're here to be self whole. You are here to become the intentional creator. You are creator energy in the physical. You're here to understand that fully, to embody that fully, and to understand that you are one with everything. And when you are one with everything, exactly how you perceive it is how it responds to you. And I want that for you. So that's coming up. My alarm just went off on my phone. I didn't realize it was already this late. So I got to jump on and go teach the Arriving in Divine Purpose class. But I will continue to share as much as I can here, and stay tuned for how the energy forecast is going to be available for everyone and the details on this program. So super stoked. If you're not already subscribed, hit the button, show me some love. This law of rhythm can get us a little like, not down, but like real quiet. Do you ever have that where you're just like, okay, what do I be excited about? And that's kind of what I'm experiencing, or was for quite some time. And now I'm sort of shifting into um, really actually excited about this program. But if you're not following, I would appreciate the love of having you subscribe or share. It means so much to me. And we all have moments where we can kind of get a little like down on, am I actually creating impact? Am I actually creating change? So that supports me so much. I love you for it. Thank you. And until I see you again, go look in the mirror and find a million reasons to say thank you. I love you. And I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.